Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read the final book in the YaYas saga, which is called The Crowning Glory of Calla Ponder. This really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the YaYas in and of themselves. It's more to do with Louisiana and the town or the little hamlet of La Luna. And Calla Lily is your basic Southern, well, not really basic Southern girl. She's anything but basic. She's deeply caring and wonderfully compassionate, and she befriends a black girl named Suki. And there are a lot of interesting things I like about this book, and it brings segregation to the forefront, and I think it's really nice how she peppers the story with that, and given how things have changed over the years, you still see a little bit of that. I'm thinking the North has more problems with it than the South does, but I'm thinking you could see a whole lot more change. Of course, maybe I'm a little bit sheltered, but I see it as something that is dissolving along with a lot of old-fashioned beliefs that never really held any water to begin with. The story is really beautiful, and it's also very heart-wrenching, and it deals with love lost and love reclaimed, or love found once more. And I'm not going to go into whom Calla falls for, but in and of that, it's very poetic and just so sweeping that you just find yourself lost in it. And Rebecca just has such a way with words, and she's very expressive in her characterizations, and you find yourself falling in love with these strong women. And even though Calla is bound and determined to become a hairdresser, just like Madeir or her mom, because her mama had healing hands, and she called it the Crowning Glory. That's why the book's called the Crowning Glory, because that's the name of her beauty shop. And she passed that gift on down to Calla Lily, and Calla decides she wants to do good with her hands as well. It's only logical that she would choose that path, that she just feels a calling, that something is driving her to heal, and she finds that in the line of the work of a beautician. And she says something very funny. She said, "It's funny how the words beautician and magician are so similar." I thought, how clever. And of course, there's a lot of changes that happen over time with she and Suki as they're growing up, and it's very sad. Actually, they come to amends. They come back together. A lot of things transform over time, but their friendship remains strong. That's what I really liked about this book, because true friendship is one thing that can never be dissolved by the passage of time, I think. And another thing she speaks of is loss. This one was very revolutionary for me to read, and I love that she talks about the Moon Lady of Louisiana and how she's seen as a goddess, or I don't know if she would be considered like Diana or Artemis, but I'm thinking that she's in the same kind of line. But she's this, I do believe that she is like God herself, because she watches over all the children of Louisiana. And it's just so lovely and serene to think of it that way, to think that there is somebody who cares about you, somebody who holds you, even though you might not be able to see who they are. They care deeply about what you do, and they watch over all the aspects of your life. And of course, to other people that might sound like, oh, I'm scared of that, but no, this is a deep power that you are co-creating with. This is my belief, but I find how she identifies herself with the Moon Mother at the very end, I thought, that's exactly the way it is. That's the way the universe really, truly works. It's woefully short, but I absolutely loved reading every single bit and piece of it, and there were some very quotable lines in it that I'm going to be writing down in my journal. So I'm sad that there are no other books that she's written, but she is working on a memoir. So I'm hoping that she finishes that fairly soon so I can read that, because I'm thinking it's the last thing she's going to write. But other than that, I think that Calla Lily is probably my favorite. Other than Little Altars. Little Altars is a premiere to the YaYas, and of course, the YaYa sisterhood is absolutely tremendous. And I can't really mark one book higher than another because they're just also stellar. But if I were to go with a book of the series, I'm leaning toward Calla Lily, because I really identified with Calla's character and her loss, because I've gone through loss myself. And she has to have help from Suki to overcome. And eventually she does overcome it. And I won't say what happens, but it gives you a really delighted feeling, and you just think, oh, praise God, and you're so happy, and you think life should have more happy endings. And I think that there are more happy endings in life. They just don't get broadcast or noticed as much as they should. But that's all I have to say. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.